Is it recording?
Yes, the light is red.
Oh, okay, cool.
So if you're here, it might be because you're on my channel Flip It Nation and I've recommended that you come and view this. Otherwise, somehow the YouTube algorithm has landed you here. But we are Sophia and Cole. I call you Soph, not Sophia.
But my parents wouldn't like it very much if it wasn't Sophia on the YouTube.
What
if one day I'm like famous and it was always Soph, they'd be upset.
There you go. Yeah.
We just bought a new house. And we've had a house in the past and we did it up on a bit of a budget, made it more, gave it a bit more character, made it a bit more kind of country, rustic vibes, think panelling, kind of wallpaper, cosy wood, and we wanted to share the journey, I suppose.
Yeah, we currently rent this house, so we moved back to the UK from New Zealand 12 months ago now.
Yeah.
And we've loved this rental. It's like super cosy and lovely. We've made it our own, but there's only so much you can do when you rent. You can't sort of like paint the walls and rip up the flooring. You just do like those kind of things on the weekends. So we've put an offer in, it's been accepted, but also it's not quite finalised yet. Yeah. So maybe it will fall through, who knows. But fingers crossed, it's looking positive. So hopefully we'll get the house and we'll be able to share with you what we do with it.
We were going to buy, you were quite keen for us to buy a real reno, like from scratch, kind of like knock the whole thing down almost, but we've really compromised. It's a suburban kind of end of terrace house, which is bigger than where we are currently, but certainly nothing major we'll be doing. It's more kind of aesthetic, but yeah, so there's beautiful views over the Kentish Downs. Should we talk about the wine?
Yeah, so we got married 5 years ago nearly, and our theme was drunken love, and that's because we love our wine, we drink a lot of it.
We got married at a winery.
We got married at a winery in Victoria in Australia. This is not an Australian wine, is it?
No, this is a French wine.
French wine.
It's a Bourguignon, so it's a Chardonnay.
So you'll probably find a lot of wine on this channel as well, no doubt.
So we live in the southeast of England in a place called Kent, and I work from home. But my office is in London. It's really near St Pancras Station, which is where you go to if you're going to go to Paris on the Eurostar. And I go in every now and again. I've just been going in quite a lot recently, and I always try and stay at the same place so that I up my personal loyalty points. And because I've been there a lot, I got a couple of free nights. So Cole took the opportunity to go in and have a night kid-free because I work a lot, so he has Sunny a lot more of the time. So he had a night free on his own, which I think you had an amazing time.
I did. I had a great time. I got lots of freebies, so I rocked up at the hotel.
Oh, you did? You really lucked out.
The room wasn't quite ready, so they're like, would you like a free drink? So I was like, sure. So I went to the bar and I got an amazing cocktail.
Paloma.
And that was on the house. Then I went upstairs to the room, sat for a bit, sorted myself out, and I thought I'll go and get myself some dinner and headed on out. So it's quite late and I thought I'll grab some food, and I saw this app that I've been meaning to download. It's too good to go. And it's basically restaurants that are closing for the day and they're just trying to clear out some of the food so it doesn't go to waste. And I found a sushi place. I love sushi, so I quickly grabbed it. It was £4 for a surprise bag, so I was like, I'm hungry, I'll get two, so £8. I didn't realise it was a half an hour walk, but that's totally fine. But this is what I got. I cannot believe this. So it's a veggie bowl, spicy chicken roll, spicy salmon crunch, ×2, salmon, and spicy tuna. Yum, for £8. I can't even believe this. I actually feel bad. Anyway, I might go back tomorrow and buy some full price food because this is insane. And I bet it's going to taste really good. And also, good old Tesco's bottle, £7. £15 for the sushi party. Yum. I get stuck in. Cheers.
Then I popped up on the train on the next day. We met and went for a really cute little stroll around London. It was November, so there weren't like all the Christmas lights up, but it was the same weekend as the Wicked premiere. So Liberty's in London, which is like a really famous department store, really old, like lots of like wooden beams and like much more of a rusticy vibe. Where it was all decorated like in pink and green for Wicked, so went in there and looked at the Christmas decorations. Then we went to H&M where I got my favourite burgundy glossy candles, which I bought specific candle holders for, and they've been a major part of our Christmas decoration. They kind of kicked off the theme, although they're so special I've still not lit them yet. They weren't expensive, I just don't want to ruin them.
Is that more what you're after? Not quite there for me.
No. Winter's Eve. Burgundy. Better than the red.
Okay, burgundy, yeah.
Yeah, burgundy's beautiful.
Burgundy is the way.
Might get 2 packs because we just might actually use them. Obsessed. Okay.
And then we went for a really lovely dinner, didn't we? We went for amazing pizza. Oh, it's super windy here. The doors
There's
just
like a
shook.
storm happening in the background.
Storm Dara. Then we went for pizza. That was really cute. We went for some mulled wine, and then went back and had a really good sleep because we didn't have. It was a child-free night for us both.
It was amazing.
Oz. There's something going on around here.
There's a line on the other side.
Might be the people from
Maybe a photo op?
yeah, full costume.
What are you guys doing here? You didn't think we would be doing this? No? Nice to see you. And look where we are. Wait a minute. Let me take this in.
So for the last few years, my dad's gone to this wine event just before Christmas called the Three Wine Men. It's like Oz, Clark, Ollie, someone. I need to find his name. There are 3 kind of wine aficionados that are like TV presenters as well that are quite famous, and they host this event, which is like a big wine tasting. You pay, I think we paid like £40, something like that. And you get a glass, you go around and taste a lot of wine, and you can pay £10 and have a masterclass where you get you learn a bit about specific types of wines and get even more tastings, which was amazing.
You know, my sweet lord, what do you fancy? My sweet lord, I love a sing-song. Legs in the air, no idea what my name is. So it's kind of in the middle. So they actually control what they put in their wines. More of a creaminess, more of an almond-like character. And that, I think, is just the future as far as wines go. Actually, they've tried. It's a very good table, actually, the chap called Nick.
But that was really, really cute, wasn't it? It was a great little setup.
It was nice, and it was nice to do it with your dad because he'd been doing it for a long time.
Yeah,
with his
my
best
dad
mate.
and my uncle do it very frequently, and I've never been around before.
He was very proud to have you there, I think.
But anyway, so that was really cute, wasn't it?
It was a really nice time.
So we set up our decorations for Christmas now. It's always kind of like a bit of a when do we do it, because Sunny's birthday is the 2nd of December, so it's really early. You don't want to like kind of blur the lines, but England gets so dark in November that I kind of really appreciate now the fact that everyone's got their lights and decorations up, because it like makes it a little bit more palatable when things get really dark, that you've got these really pretty lights to look at.
Yeah, it's basically dark by 4 p.m, so
yeah.
it's
It's going to get worse too, so
cool.
keep drinking the wine. But Cole and I used to actually have a floristry business. Like, for a long time in my life I thought I wasn't creative, but then I went to the flower market in Melbourne and kind of fell in love with flowers, and I was like, okay, perhaps I am. So story for another time, but I really love having beautiful floral arrangements, but I don't like paying loads of money for flowers that die very quickly. So I wanted a really cool tablescape to go down the middle of our brand new dining table, which we want to tell you about as well, a new purchase. But rather than going out and buying like a fake garland or spending money on trees that have been cut and then taken to a distributor and then put in another florist and just the markup's huge, they are obviously going to die if it's fresh. We just went to our kind of local area, there's so many pine trees, there were holly trees, conifers. I got some like little mini pine cones. I saw a big dead magnolia tree and took a flower off there. Anyway, so I just cut that all up. Sunny loves it, grabbing God knows what. You've got to be careful because there are some bugs on there. But we brought all that in, cut it up, put it down the middle of our table, and then I kind of just arranged the burgundy candles that I told you about buying in H&M in London. We were out there. down the middle. And honestly, we're filming this a little bit retrospective to doing that, and it's lasted weeks in our house. And our house is very hot. It's an incredibly hot house.
It's lasted 2 weeks.
So it's lasted 2 weeks, which is amazing. And actually, some of those things look better when they're dried. I've got these hydrangeas here from a plant that I was bought in the summer, and I didn't keep alive very well. But they're basically dead. But I think they look so pretty when they're dried like that. And then there's some video footage coming up of how we did some really, really cheap. I saw some bows that I liked on Amazon, but they were so expensive. And when I ordered them, I thought I'll see what it looks like, because it's obviously free returns on Amazon. They were just terrible. So I did my own, which involved very, very minimal resources and look, I think, quite cute. I'm going to make these bows. The bottom of the frames in the room, and you can put them on light sconces, trees, anything, just to make it a bit more festive. So this roll of velvet ribbon I got from Amazon. So you just need that, and you need a bag of £1 clear hair ties from Primark, which you can also use for your hair. So I've cut a piece about this long. Then you might want to come and just look down. This is how you make one of those cute bows. So you fold it in half. Just make sure everything is kind of about the same length. So it looks like that. So you've just done that. I'm going to get my hair tie. And then all you want to do is scrunch it to make it look a little bit more. If it looks a bit uneven, you can change it. I don't want to slap myself in the face with the elastic band. Yeah, so then I just it doesn't look the best, but it's cheap. You could go over it with a fancy ribbon if you wanted to. And then you just want to make sure it looks symmetrical-ish. Make sure the velvet side's showing. Fluff it up a little bit. And then I'll get my blue tack. Basically that will then go there.
Beaut.
Festivities.
Why does that one look different?
Oh, I've done two there. A bigger one and a smaller one.
So you just put the small one on top?
Yeah, just because that's such a big frame, I thought that if I just did one, it would look a bit nothingy. We mentioned before, Sonny's just turned 2, so we've been waiting for a year to take him to the London Aquarium. We wanted to take him for a while, but really wanted to wait for him to be old enough to really enjoy the experience, because it's a train trip to get there. It's a full day out in London, and it's quite a lot in terms of simulation for a small baby. So we waited for him to be a bit older, and also for us to have the time to go. So we had the best day. We were exhausted at the end. Oh my god, we were so tired, weren't we?
We did a lot of steps.
We're going to be out. We'll come back at 7. We'll be out all day, and then at 3:30 we were like, should we get the train? We did a lot of steps. It was cold. It's quite full on looking after a kid, but he was obsessed. He loved it, didn't he?
He did love it. Yeah, he loved it. It was a really good experience.
There's lots of things that are kind of lights projected on the floors, obviously aside from the amazing fish and other things they've got there. But he just loved where he could run up and down because it was quite quiet. But you just saw, didn't you, after one of the run up and downs, he just kind of crashed on the floor. He was put me in the pram.
Nice for us, because then we could go and we explored a little bit, got mulled wine.
Yeah, it's right in Embankment, so it's right next to the London Eye. There was a cute Christmas market. We got a beautiful mulled wine. And we walked over into Covent Garden and looked around the antiques market there and had a cute lunch.
In a few weeks we head to New Zealand, so we're jumping from Christmas in the UK to New Year in New Zealand. We'll actually be in the air for the New Year, but we arrive early 2025 in New Zealand, which is really exciting to spend with my family.
In the heat, we go from dark and cold.
We're going from winter to summer, so it's going to be really nice. We're very lucky and fortunate. So we're going to spend 6 weeks over that side of the world and head back mid-February. and that's when we're hoping we've got about a week left in this house, and in that time we're going to spend hopefully cleaning up and giving a fresh paint job to the new house. But
just get it like a clean canvas, because there are some purple and green and red rooms, which are not bad colours.
Someone loved those colours, but
yeah, I mean, I love a red and a green room, but it's just the wrong colour for us. So yeah, and we've already started to have a few. Not difference of opinion. I'm pretty keen to have some tartan walls, and Cole's definitely
it's
against
not
it.
happening.
So we'll see.
Not happening. No.
But yeah, we'll find out soon if we're in. It's all sounding pretty positive. But yeah, we're going to keep blank canvas, clean it up, and then we'll take it kind of room by room with, like Cole said, floors, paneling, make it feel cozier, give it more of kind of our, I wouldn't say cottage core. I mean, I don't really even know what that means. I see it.
We don't know what our vibe really is. We know what we want.
It's more like rustic, cozy. Yeah, we spend, because of Sunny, and even before Sunny, we're like kind of homebodies, if that's even a phrase anymore. We spend a lot of time in our home. One of my friends was like, you need to just spend all your money on your house because you spend the most time there. So we're just going to make it like a really livable.
We want a cozy place to drink our wine.
I feel like cozy is the word. We said it about 20 times.
Cozy.
We want a cozy house, so we will make it cozy for us, whatever that means to us. We do sometimes venture out of our house, even though we've just said we don't.
To go and find bargains, the thrifting.
Yeah, we love an antique fair or like a charity shop kind of vibe. Just we've got a couple of amazing kind of, I wouldn't say they are bargains, but we really don't spend a lot of money. But we know obviously Cole's got the Flip It Nation channel, so whenever I see him do something amazing with a piece of furniture, I'm like, okay, can we keep that? A lot of the times, and Cole says no, but he'll find something that kind of fits the space more and do something similar to it. So we definitely do a more budget route to getting what we want or what we see on Instagram or other influencer channels. It's like, how can we make that work for us? Or, and sometimes we'll kind of see a piece and then we'll kind of save a little bit and make sure that we wait and we get that piece if we really need to. But it's more about kind of like, we just leverage Cole's amazing skills for procurement and professional, restoration. And so there's certainly a few pieces in our lounge already that were meant to be ones that were for a video and then to be shifted on, but they are now solid pieces of the house. But yeah, I mean, as we start to do videos, obviously we'd love to hear from you, things that you want to see more of or things that aren't that interesting, and we won't put it up. But I think it's general kind of lifestyle. If you like kind of rustic English farmhouse vibes, then there may be something. We hope there's something for you.
Maybe.
So cheers to that.
Cheers. Take it easy.